Bring you new details on the Boston Marathon bombings investigation.
This morning, we're learning a Massachusetts House committee is poring over thousands of documents showing EBT card transactions made by the Tsarnaev brothers during their 10 years on welfare. No word yet on how they spent the money, but the Boston Herald reports they received an estimated $100,000 in taxpayer-funded benefits.
Now, the parents of the accused bombers are speaking out for the first time since learning that the body of their older son, Tamerlan Tsarnaev, has finally been buried. Boston Globe reports that they have not been told where his body was taken when it left a Worcester funeral home late Wednesday night, but they say they will visit that location when they next come to the United States.
We're also learning more from yesterday's congressional hearing down in Washington, D.C., including a warning Boston police received just a few days before the marathon.
Eyewitness News reporter Andrew Adamson's tracking that story now live in our studio.
Yeah, Danielle and Patrick, these hearings on Thursday really focused on one big question. Should police have seen the Boston Marathon bombings coming? A new report raises some red flags. An intelligence report released 5 days before the bombing identified the finish line of the race as a, quote, area of increased vulnerability. It also warned Boston police that extremists may use small-scale bombings to attack spectators and runners at the event. Now, this 18-page report was written by the Boston Regional Intelligence Center, which is funded in part by the Department of Homeland Security. At the hearings, the chair of the Homeland Security Committee wondered if we were relearning the same lessons from 9/11.
It's the bombing. Questions have been raised about whether the dots were connected before and after the attack. We learned over a decade ago the danger in failing to connect the dots.
And Massachusetts State Police actually released a statement downplaying the report, saying, quote, it was not in response to any specific threat or information. Coming up, we're going to tell you what had investigators preoccupied when the CIA received information about Tamerlan Tsarnaev 2 years ago. For now, live in the studio, Andrew Adamson, Eyewitness News.